Oh, God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I'm curious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave.
This is Cynthia Ortiz. It is April 19, 2022. Use allegedly. We do the disclaimer. Use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law yet. You apply the but-for standard. But for Mr. Perry's stalking, I wouldn't have to do the podcast to document what he's doing to stalk me. And we assert all constitutional rights, the First Amendment, 14th Amendment especially, but all of them. And apply the reasonable, prudent individual standard. Does it look like he's being reasonable or prudent? Nope. Crazy rants from a crazy man. So, who do you think people respect Mr. Perry more? Your group of guys who sit around all day trying to figure out how to make one woman fail, or the one woman surviving all of it? Yeah. So, I had another car accident, and everybody knows about that. So I'm gonna, for the record, again, repeat for you guys who are slow. Everyone knows you're trying to take my car. Everyone knows you're trying to take my car. Everyone knows you're trying to take my house. Everyone knows you want to take me back to Texas so you can do more to me. Everybody knows you want me to lie. Everyone knows you're trying to kill me. Everyone knows you're trying to arrange a second false arrest. We're going to go back to the shoe print, back at Sensations. You guys went out there. Is she here? No, she doesn't work here anymore. Well, if she comes back, can you call us? No. I'm quoting a recording of you. No, we can't call you. Why can't you do that at her house? Get her shoe print. And they were like, we want her when she's in the VIP. We want to go back to the dressing room and get it. That's not abandoned property. She put it back there with the confidence nobody's going to bother her shit. It's not abandoned property, so no, you can't get her shoe print when she's in the VIP. Why do you need it? Oh, we're going to frame her for a murder. There's a girl that actually did the murder that looks kind of similar, but our witnesses say is quite a bit heavier than Cynthia. We're going to try to make this work anyway. Hair's a little browner. Blonde, but browner than Cynthia. So we got to find out what dye, what specific brand and color does Cynthia use, so we can have her dye her hair to match Cynthia's. And Cynthia's skin is lighter. We need to get Cynthia back in that tanning booth, which is hard to do when you're taking all my money. And a guy told you. When you said she's being uncooperative with a shoe print. No, she's not. She doesn't trust you. You're harassing her. Because you've already excluded her. If you have to tamper with evidence and get people changing their hair color and tanning and losing weight so they look, you know, the real offender looks more like Cynthia. So Perry types in my phone, we got your fingerprints on a gun. And I'm like, no, you don't. I've never held a gun. That's why you sit Mickey James in. Oh, I teach law enforcement how to shoot. I'll teach you how to shoot. Let's go shoot. Right, so you can get my fingerprints on the gun you want to plant? Yep. And now it's tire iron we hear. And keep in mind, these are not afterthoughts. Mr. Perry, do you know what the McNamara email is? Do you understand what people say to you? Do you understand what that email is? I'm going to false arrest her to make her lie. I'm going to false arrest her to coerce her. Coercion is a crime. Now, this is though you've gone at it 20 different ways. Everyone knows. Perry wants to false arrest her again. Perry wants to false arrest her again. He needs a lie. He's desperate for a lie. He needs a smear campaign. He's desperate. You guys have never been so caught as you've been caught when you go at me. You guys have never been so caught as you get caught when you go at me. Everyone knows. I guess the governor was mad. What I wish he would do is not what she says. Is there anybody that can put Perry in Lubbock? No, he's always up here, sitting his fat ass in a hotel room, figuring out the next shitty thing he's going to do to her. So what about his constituents? I don't know. We don't know. What about his family? We don't know. He's always here, sitting his fat, lazy ass in a hotel room, messing with her. So what you're telling me is if he had to prove he's not here doing what she says, he can't do it. Nope. He's doing exactly what she says. We all know you want to hit my car. So I get hit again. And the guy actually texted me after he talked to you and you told him, tell her she looked upset when you said you wanted to call the cops and just see what she says. Well, he did it. I heard y'all talking about it beforehand. And I'm like, okay, first of all, what I was thinking when you hit me is, oh shit, Perry did it again. And right at the wheel, where you always have people hit me right at the tire, right over the wheel. He missed, but he tried. So I'm telling him, actually, I'm raised by 4 generations of cops. I didn't tell him that, but I everybody knows I was. And here, the way we look at it is you don't waste police time on a little fender bender with a scuff. You free up their time on people who are bleeding and need emergency help. And you don't use cops to hurt people. They're not your bitches, Charles. Respect cops. There's honor in the badge. Respect the police. And stop treating them like they're your bitches. Don't treat them like that anymore. The bad ones ruin it for the good. So if you want to be bad, and the best you can do with your life and your career in law enforcement is be the bitch of a sex weirdo, please stop taking tax dollars. Get off the payroll of the taxpayers. We might use you for a test case, Perry. How about we make the offender pay the bill instead of the taxpayers? You like being guinea pig? You like being the test case? Maybe we use that one. Maybe we try something new. So the guy hits me, and he's telling me, you hit me, and I'm like thinking, no, I don't think that's what happened. I give him my information and leave, and I guess they were first trying to make it look like a hit and run. Well, it's not a hit and run if you called her, because she gave you her information. So I got his phone number, and my guys are like, you better put that to, the person that puts all that out. Give it to them. We need this out, because they're going to lie and say you did a hit and run. I'm telling the guy, you got to be careful with false reporting. I need a picture of your vehicle. Can you text that to me, please? I'll probably never hear back from him again. Because he lied. He's Perry's guy. They wanted me to call 911, so I guess they had the tire iron in the trunk. They wanted the cop to find it. Oh, wow, look, a tire iron that we planted. Everybody knows you used my ex-husband. Everybody knows you used my ex-husband. Everyone knows you used my ex-husband. He took my car. I didn't have it. It was out of my possession. He was washing it and cleaning it or putting, gas and shit in it, doing some stuff to it. Anything, wanted us to go to Zeos so you could do that. We all know what you're doing. You're not fooling anybody. If you think you're fooling people, it's the other way around. They're fooling you. So we've said it over and over and over and over and over. You guys act like we say it and then it vanishes into air. If you have Alzheimer's, write it down. We don't forget. We remember. So he backs into me and then jumps out of his car. Ah, you hit me. And then some guy, his son, I guess, comes running out of the bushes. I saw it. You hit him. And I'm like, looking at him like, you got to be shitting me with this, right? I said, listen, I got to be. Let's call the cops. Let's call the cops. I'm like, okay, no. We don't bother the cops over your little scuff there. The cops are busy with real crimes and with real accidents where people are like bleeding and shit and we're not. So what we do in those cases is we file the report, but we walk it into the office, go downtown and make your report. But you know what I'd like to do first is gather all the evidence, like the video evidence. And I guess Robertson was already talking about make sure she can't get the video of that accident. Like the video of Godiva's the night that I reported to Tulsa Police in my 1/21/2016 report that somehow got to the offender. Listen, I don't know who gave that over there. Gave a stupid thing to do. You don't take a stalking complaint and give it to the stalker. The stalker who was trying to kill me, you don't take it and give it to them. And you did. And he obstructed justice and caused me to lose my evidence of attempted murder. And perjured himself too, by the way. So, I don't know if one of you guys is now trying to cover that up by trying to frame me for something. But one thing has, framing me, one crime doesn't cover up the other crime. You should know that. One crime is two crimes. I mean, one crime trying to cover up another crime is now two crimes. Not, oh, I'll drive drunk more and that'll prove I'm not a drunk driver at all. And Perry's typing in my phone, I got your pictures. Remember, you guys, everywhere I go, my pictures are taken. So if I killed somebody, there'd be pictures of it. Charles is always looking for something. There'd be a photo of it. I told Lucky that. I mean, I think we all told Chief Miller that. Perry says you're a prostitute. Yep, nope, he'd have a picture of it. You got people calling you all the time complaining about people coming up here taking pictures of me. You'd have a picture of it. There are men traipsing in and out of my home when I'm not home, taking my bank cards and social security cards and shit like that. But when I'm home, no guy's coming in out of my apartment. He'd have a picture of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see? Everywhere I go, it's got pictures. Because he thinks, my stalker, the guy stalking me, thinks that when you go around taking pictures of the victim, that means you're not stalking. He's that crazy. He's like this. Everything he says doesn't even make sense.
Leave me alone! Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my god! It's too damn early for this shit! Leave me alone!
How do you dress like this? Are you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
So what they did that they got caught on, is that they planted a tire iron in my car that I guess they said was used to hurt somebody. Then they have a guy hit me. And then they have the guy go, let's call the cops. And we're going to have that cop find that tire iron that we planted. And I'm going to say chances are very high. In my trunk is a tire iron that doesn't have my fingerprints on it. Because I don't change the tire. Ever. So I've not touched it. So the chances are not good that there would be my prints on that fucking thing anyway. So you use my ex-husband, he takes my car from me, and that's when y'all put it in the trunk? Or, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You're caught again. I'm not in jail. This isn't an afterthought to explain something away. I'm telling you beforehand, aren't I?
Oh my god! It's too damn early for this shit! Leave me alone!
How do you dress like this? Are you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir, please leave.
Mr. Perry, stop acting like a little girl and put your dolly down and go be a man, please. I mean, you guys are something. How many men sit around all day trying to figure out how to make me fail? You know what another guy said today? She might get to stay a little longer, but you know what? She shouldn't have to leave at all. Perry is doing that to her. It's awful. I'm sick of watching it. Everybody's tired of your cruelty. Nobody thinks you guys are hot and cool. You're not respected because you sit around all day and try to make one woman fail. You can't keep up. Our guys are picking on you. You're getting caught. They're telling me what you just said. Fabian puzzle guys. Which law enforcement agency has the actual recordings, David? See, you don't know. You want to get my car. You want to get me kicked out of my house. You want this. You want that. You want blah, blah, blah. You did get me kicked out of my house. Everybody's mad at you for that. She shouldn't have to go through that. Mike was drugged. So we get a reporter, actually, that my guys work with a couple of reporters that are in the need to know in case something happens to one of them. Somebody can talk about what was going on. And you can't do to them what you did to Mike and Lucky. Everybody's worried about that. What if I lose my job because they want me to help them? They come to me, they tell me this bullshit they're doing, and they want me to help. And now I'm involved, and I don't want to be involved. Kind of like the dancer. Everybody feels like that. They're tired of feeling threatened, stressed out, guilty, upset, unnerved. You're cruel. Everybody's sick of it. So, is she going to go to Albuquerque? That came from tonight. Your little stunt you did tonight. Hacking my app again. So I couldn't make money. Everybody's mad. Everybody's mad. Got her kicked out of her house. Everybody's mad. We think she can stay a little longer, but she shouldn't have to leave at all. Where I live is my choice. You butt out. Didn't consult you. I don't even know half you people. I came here to rebuild my life and get away from a Looney Tune like Neil here. Somebody who has no idea what you just said. Not a clue. Everybody thinks you're a bunch of coward pussies because you're picking on a woman instead of men. You have no life. You're pathetic. They don't respect you. They respect the woman surviving what you're doing. It's abuse and you need therapy. It isn't normal to act like you act. And so you're getting caught day after day, more and more and more and more. Committing one crime to cover up another is now 2 crimes. You're not fooling anyone. The governor, it's kind of upsetting to me that Perry, I really wish that once she finds out what he's trying to do, he wouldn't do it. And then you give her that. I told you so. See, normal people think like that. So the reporter goes, in March, I said Mike was drugged. He didn't do it. And then Perry gets caught trying to, let's get a medical emergency, thing, let's do a fake medical emergency out at her work. She'll help the guy. We'll tell her that the guy had a virus and give her a shot. It's strychnine in the shot. It'll kill her dead. But we'll tell everybody it was just an unfortunate allergic reaction and her family will be okay with it. Let's make it look like we finally found a hitman that can kill her and it's not linked to us. We finally found somebody to wreck her car and it's not linked to us. We finally found, nope, this one got linked to you again. And he's getting, I'm telling him, listen, I don't go by what people say. I look at evidence, and the evidence doesn't fit your story. I need a picture of your car. I won't hear from him again, I promise. He won't send me a picture. I want the video. Oh, make sure she can't get any video. Like we did at Lady Godiva's, because we don't want video, David. You got caught. There's that. So I'm telling the guy, the reporter said, she goes, So they get caught with a hitman, and then Perry says, the hitman says, what if she won't take the shot? Perry says, you make sure she takes the shot. You make sure she thinks she'll die if she doesn't. Lie to her. Get her to be willing to take a deadly weapon into her body and die. Yeah. So after that, he starts trying, I'll give you whatever you want if you'll lie. I'm like, no, you won't. You won't give me whatever I want. Here's what I want. I want Tristan and Fabian up here so we can talk and you butt out. I want my money back that you've taken every night I couldn't go to work because you were going to do something like have a guy give me a shot that'll kill me. Or something like that. Deadly, scary, I'll lose. Every time I go to work, there's a risk-benefit assessment done. There's a risk there. Is she going to make enough to make it worth it? If not, stay the fuck home. So how much money have I lost doing that? And then I paid Joe five grand. And then we got court cases that I've never been in court. Everybody's starting to notice that's a little fishy too. It's my claim. I'm the plaintiff. Burden of proof's on me, and I'm not there. Instead, you go duck hunting with Judge Cummins and tell him what to say. Nothing, really. He didn't cite any case law. He didn't give a reason. Just, okay. I guess it's hard to read the briefs and research case law when you're out duck hunting. And that's where you decide the case. And I'm not there to show evidence or anything. In anything. Everybody's mad at you for that too. So, then so I tell him, and then get Michael home. Get my club full of people because you ran off all the customers. Make it right and get the fuck out of my life. And the reporter goes, if they had done what she said, back in 2020 when she said it, then we would all be like, well, she's wrong because they're trying to get Mike out of jail. So she was wrong. They didn't do it. You would have said, you're right, he has not a mark on him, and he was drugged and unconscious. You can't beat somebody to death, drugged and unconscious, and end up with nothing on you. We all know that. But, so let's get him out of jail. We didn't do it either. We don't want the suspicion of murder or car vandalism on us. So let's get him out of jail. And then we would have all said, see, she's wrong. But because they've instead gone at her and tried to take her car and tried to take her home and tried to take her money and tried to ruin her, and he's still sitting there and she didn't get to testify, we know they did do it. Both of them. The vandalism and the murder. And Mike's attempted murder and perjury. So, I don't know who they think they're fooling. Right? Okay, so there's that. You guys are, we don't even have words for stupid that y'all are. So, and the other reporter had said right after Mike's verdict, he goes, I hate those guys. I'll tell you what. If she had testified and they still found Mike guilty, then I would believe that Charles and Dave and those guys had nothing to do with that murder. But because she didn't, and now they're trying to starve her to death, I know they did. Act showing consciousness of guilt. So this thing with the tire iron, now you're going to frame me for some murder with a tire iron. First it was a gun until I go, well, I've never had a gun. Oh shit, we got to find something else then. Everyone knows you're trying to find a way to false arrest me again. Everyone knows you're trying to ruin my life. Everyone knows you guys sit around all day like a bunch of coward pussies trying to make one woman fail. So who do you think people respect more? You guys with no life, just pathetic coward pussies trying to make the one woman fail, or the one woman surviving what you're doing? Criminal activity. Like a motherfucker 24/7. Who do you think they respect? Everybody's pissed off at your cruelty. So you guys do what you do, but remember, we're the ones catching you. You're seeing things you've not seen before when you take my money and pester me and peep on me and hack me and ruin things and rob, you know, fuck this up and fuck that up and try to ruin me and try to make me fail. All you do is piss everybody off and then you get caught. So now we know you want to fuck up the video from the accident you caused. We heard you talking to the guy. Tell her you thought she looked a little nervous when you said you were going to call the cops, and let's just see what she says. I wasn't nervous. I was pissed. Because I'm looking at the damage on his car going, you're fucking lying to me. You just lied. You were working for Perry. Perry fucking did it again. And he hit me right at the wheel. All your people hit me. 5 accidents in 2 years. 4 of them, somebody hit me right at the wheel. That's your M.O. Once you see a pattern, you can't unsee it. You guys all act like you can't understand what the fuck people say to you. You don't understand what's happening. When you get caught, because you mess with me, you have no idea what that means or why that might be. Charles, I don't give a fuck what you think. It's crazy rants from a crazy man just like this. All of you fucking need therapy. Bad. It's not normal to want to pick on a woman. People don't respect you. It's not hard to get what you just said. Albuquerque. Don't worry about Albuquerque. Don't worry about where I live. Butt out. We heard that too. Why don't you get a life? Get off your asses. If you want to do something of value, go find an old widow who needs work on her home or her lawn mowed that can't really do it because she's like an old widow, and go help her fix her house and go mow her lawn and do some good in the world instead of sitting around trying to make one woman fail day after day after day after day after day. You're pissing everybody off and you're getting caught like never before in your lives. Nobody's impressed with you. Everybody's sick and tired of your cruelty. I don't know how many different ways I can say that. But don't fucking again ask who told. Ask why. Everybody's sick and tired of your bullshit, Charles. You're never going to get a date with me. And this isn't what that's about anyway. You don't ruin the life of somebody you're trying to get a date with. You want to cover up, you're not going to get one. We've uncovered more of your criminal activity than anybody you know in your life. You're pathetic. Now, get off your asses and quit sitting around trying to figure out a way to make me fail. Because what happens is you get caught. You piss everybody off. Everyone's sick and tired of it. And then you get caught. It's cause and effect. 6 years every day. You can't tell by now cause and effect. You guys are very slow. And I'm not a special ed teacher. I don't use, I don't have the puppets and the crayons and the finger paints to help you understand what people say to you. I'm not going to repeat myself one time. We remember. Write it down, Charles. Write down. You need a list of what's your fantasy and what's real, because we think you don't know. Imaginary political vendetta, imaginary threat. You need an entourage. Imaginary, what else have you made up from your love life? You don't have a love life. You're by yourself with your doll, sitting there watching TV like a little girl. You have imaginary, everything's imaginary. Do you know what's fact and fiction? Do you even know? Do you even understand what I'm saying right now? I mean, why do we have to repeat ourselves all the time? Everyone knows you want to take my car. Everyone knows you want a false arrest. Everyone knows you've tried 100 different angles at the second false arrest. Everybody knows you want to coerce a lie. You need a lie. You want a lie. Charles Perry wants a lie. Charles Perry needs a smear campaign. Charles Perry's a criminal, and he can no longer cover it up. Because now, it's piling up so much with the I told you so. I know beforehand, not after. Mike was drugged. He's got a tire iron. Try me, when the gun thing didn't work out, and the drug trafficking thing didn't work out, and the she dances with her socks on thing didn't work out, and the harassment, we're gonna harass the fuck out of her, and then when she talks about it, we'll say she's harassing us. Over and over and over, you're caught. And now it's so much you can't explain it away. I hear that's the big complaint. And you can't, make your schedule work out. You're supposed to be in Lubbock, not up here. I came up here to get away from you. I don't want a fucking thing to do with you. I don't. And some days, you guys, there are chivalrous men helping me. And there are days it's all they can do not to come beat the fuck out of y'all. But they pick on men, not women. And only if you have it coming. Told on and told on and told on and told on and told on. And you still don't know what that means? You need to keep up. I'm not going to slow down for you. You're aggravating everybody. Please stop, because every time, we're all tired of it. Why aren't you? Who do you think people respect more? 20 guys sitting on their fat asses, being cowards, trying to make one woman fail. Or the one woman surviving it all. People don't respect bitches that act like y'all. So do what you do, but please note for the record again, everyone knows what you're trying to do. And it's all criminal activity. If you think you're fooling people, I'm sorry, but it's the other way around. And everybody was very aggravated about your little, she can stay a little longer, we think. But she shouldn't have to leave at all. We're tired of Perry doing that to her. He shouldn't have done that to her. That's mean. We're tired of that. Tired of sitting here watching him do that. It's get your act together. Leave everybody alone, please. Don't worry about whether or not I'd go to Albuquerque. It's none of your business. I'm not going anywhere. You're about to go to jail. We're glad. I won't ever be broke again. I won't be hacked anymore. I won't be peeped on in my house anymore. People raped by guys I don't know or like. Or some creepy crawly, Perry. So what do you think we all want? There won't be this crap anymore. We don't have to deal with it anymore. You're getting told on because everybody started dealing with your crap. Get out of my phone. Get out of my computer. Get the fuck out of my life. And get your own life. Pathetic. You're just this guy.
Leave me alone. I don't want to. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
Oh, God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? Are you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want to. Please leave me alone.
So you wanted me and Ernest to go to Zeos? Is that when you were going to put the tire iron in? And that didn't work out, so then the next time he came up here and took my car for a wash and a gas, that's when you did it? Yeah, okay. Well, we all know, and I'm saying it now beforehand, not as an afterthought to explain something away. You were recorded talking about it, or I wouldn't know. So, you got caught again. When he pesters her and takes her money, we're seeing things happen we've not seen before. Things don't go well for us. Write it down. We're tired of repeating it. I don't know what kind of, people sit around and figure out how to make women fail. One woman. You're not respected. You're not. You're not respected at all. Who do you think people respect more? Men who should be picking on men. Sitting around trying to figure out how to make one woman fail or the one woman surviving it. Yeah, you look ridiculous. So, do what you do. But I'm telling you, everybody's sick and tired of it. It's not hard to get information. Please leave me the fuck alone.